Um, and we have a few things that are going on in Toll, so we wanted to let you know about that. If you don't know the story behind Video Killed the Radio Star, you'll have to Google it. It was the very first video that played on MTV, which for lots of your professors was a big change and moment in our lives that we remember. So good morning from Tolls and Math Lab. We have Colonel Martinez joining us today so we can make sure that we have all of the bits and pieces from the different support mechanisms in place. We started working over the break and a little bit before the break to get everything online, and we've had time this week where we've had students submit papers and research help and lots of things. We just want to make sure everyone's in touch with the different ways that we're working to support you. So we're going to have updates from the different areas. We're going to start out with Major Jump.
Okay, good morning, Caleb. Can you hear me, everybody? Awesome. Well, I, as well as the other librarians, June and Nicole, we are frequently making sure that we are checking our email to make sure that any library questions that we can answer, that we are available to do that. The email address is librarian@nnmi.edu. We are working on setting up a chat line. I think Nicole is going to talk a little bit more than that. We are also working on getting our lost my train of thought. We are also working on getting the databases more easily accessible, working with IT and whatever we can do to help get yourself more easy access to the databases for research. But once again, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email us and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
All right, thank you. Next up, Nicole.
Hey everyone. Lily and I have been hard at work this week. I have been working on getting an integrated chat box service built into the library website. So we'll have more information on that once we get things finalized. But yeah, like Joan said, just any questions, reference help, anything, please email us. We're always answering that email, the librarian@nmi.edu. And feel free to check out the content DM site that we have on the archives page. I'm always uploading new documents. I brought home a collection to upload onto the internet. And so that's what I've been working on.
All right, thank you. Jazz, anything to add? Did Jazz jump in? No. Major Scott.
So for advising, we're going to be piggybacking on the chat feature that the library is working on so that we can have a chat with an advisor feature. Also working with the advisors and tolls so that we can all have Canvas courses set up with our advisees in there, just to have it as a repository for information so that cadets don't have to scroll through all their email to find all the different information pertaining to completing their courses, progress towards graduation, registering for next year, that type of thing. And the other supports we have in place will be explained by the folks I work with.
All right, Captain Aguilar.
Well, I've been monitoring the early warning system, going through that and looking at all the flags that the teachers and staff have been putting in. So there's some new features, obviously, because of the addition of some new buttons because of the different situation that we're in now, obviously. So they've deactivated some of the buttons and added on some new ones. So the teachers can put in some new reports, and I'm trying to keep on top of those. I haven't seen any new ones for today, but progressively over this week, there have been quite a few reports, mostly about kids trying to access things, kids having trouble with Canvas and such. But I think most of those are getting handled because I haven't seen very much today so far. But just trying to stay on top of all that.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mrs. Martin.
Hello, so I transitioned my English language and American culture class to online using Zoom and Canvas. I'm also doing that for my section of Introduction to Psychology. We're using Canvas and Zoom for that as well. Academic Assistance and Guided Night Study Hall has moved online as well, using Zoom meetings to make sure that all of our students are getting all the academic support that they need. Also providing online resources in order for them to transition a little bit more smoothly through our new online instruction, and also making all those reports to the early warning system to facilitate communication between students, families, parents, and with their teachers and their advisors.
Awesome, thank you. Captain Marujo.
Yes, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing fine. I have been working from home, checking emails, answering phone calls from students, working on getting everything set up with the Wi-Fi if they're having difficulty with Wi-Fi or connecting to Canvas or anything like that. So I've been kind of working with IT and the students, trying to get them in the right line of where they need to go for all that. Just found out that spring sophomore athletes were given another year of eligibility to play their sophomore year again. So trying to help sophomore students, the ones that if they want to come back for another year and play here at New Mexico Military Institute, or if they want to move on into a four-year school or whatever they desire from there. Also been working on setting up meetings to get them to register for the fall semester, and for all the freshmen and students that need help doing that, working on getting that Canvas set up as well, as Major Scott was talking about, so we can have a better idea of what we need to do and how we need to fix things for their schedules and what their future is here at New Mexico Military Institute. We miss all you guys a lot and hope you and your families are staying safe during this time. And please reach out to us if you need anything.
I have to mention that it looks as though you're not fulfilling the quarantine requirements.
Well, it's opening week. Had to put a background of opening baseball for the opening week of baseball. So missing that too right now.
Lots of stuff to miss. Major Espinoza Sims.
My classes are all also using Zoom, and we have been doing so each day successfully. In addition, the Writing Center has a webpage to offer writing support for students needing help with their writing. Students can access the webpage through their MyNIMI and then go to academic resources, click on the heading there, and then it'll take you right to the Writing Center webpage. Once you're at the webpage, there are instructions on how to submit your essay, along with the person to contact. Our Writing Center mentor is Dr. Lynn Atkinson Lovelace. Our email is lowercase one word, writingcenter@nmmi.edu. Dr. Atkinson is also available to offer live assistance via email, and with the 24-hour turnaround time. In addition, we have links and resources on the Writing Center webpage that are available to students to help them navigate through the writing process. So check it out.
All right, thank you. Colonel Martinez, can you tell us about Math Lab?
All right, there are two of us math teachers who will be available during NSH. That's 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will be available on Monday, and Major and Dia will be available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. If we add to that, I'll let everybody know. Behind me are the URLs to join. It's a Zoom meeting that you can join to get help during those times. And also, we'll have Major Wright send these out so that you guys will have it and know that those are the times and the Zoom meeting information that you'll need to join that if you need to get math help. But that's just like, so if you were coming to the Math Lab in Wilson, that's what you'll do. We'll actually be set up in Wilson and be available to help anybody who needs math tutoring during those times.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you joining us on short notice today. Captain Schutz.
Good morning. I miss all my kids, or all my students, I suppose I should be saying. We are working, several of the students were unable to bring their books home with them, and so we now have access to a Barron's additional 2 testings, and we're using those to substitute both our science diagnostic, and later on we'll do our reading diagnostic off of those. The students have been really good about calling in or emailing in so that we have them attending class. And when they have questions, have been very good about using the email. I've been trying to respond to those as quickly as possible. So far, it looks like we only have 2 students that aren't in the loop yet. And most of our communication is being completed through the announcements at this time. And that seems to be working very well. So that's where we're at.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. And then Miss Arnold.
Second. Okay, good morning. I've been working on keeping up with the POs and the emails that are coming in. There's been some requests for the ACT residual, which I have said we can't do until the campus opens back up. I would also like to ask any of the scholars to get their request in as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
To you that have already left, I hope you're home safe with your family. To you that stayed behind, don't worry, just trust us. We're making plans and we'll soon have updates for you. We're very excited that you're part of the MMI family.
So we're happy to visit with anybody virtually. Whoever needs additional help, feel free to reach out to any of us. And we're going to be here to support you through however long this period is, and certainly through the end of the year. So staying home is driving us crazy. We're excited to see you all back this fall on campus.